I'm very lucky to be working with John Logan because we kind of wrote the ending together. Together. He wrote it, but I kind of brought my input. I always thought Vanessa deserves to go to the light. She's been in too much pain, and deep down her faith is too strong, and that's why I think the Joan of Arc in her has to win. It was great to have those 3 years to explore a character who has so many dimensions. I gave so much of my heart, my guts to this character. Yeah, I feel quite sad. I don't know what to say.
I see. Arnold.
One of the ways we expanded our universe was bringing in new literary characters. I just thought there was something so provocative at the idea that what if, the great what if game that writers play.
Dr. Frankenstein. Dr. Jekyll.
What if Dr. Frankenstein and Dr. Jekyll were friends together in college? What if they went to Oxford together and were roommates? What would that be like? So throwing those characters together allowed new geometry of the monsters, if you will. So you have Dr. Jekyll, you have Dr. Frankenstein. In one scene, you have Dorian Gray standing with them. And I just thought, well, this is pretty fantastic to have all these, like the Monster Club, in a really exciting way. And I hope fans of the genre will like the way we do our fresh spin on those characters and weave them, I hope, with a certain amount of effortlessness and a certain amount of grace into our characters' lives.
I think he should try and use his knowledge in some way that's not maybe interfering with humans. Maybe all this playing with God, and it's actually he's overreaching himself. It hasn't gone well so far.
Your firstborn has returned. Father.
So he's got to ask himself, what's the point in eternal life anyway? Maybe there's a reason we all die. Maybe there's a reason that we're not here forever. In a way, I'd like him to get off the smack and start yoga, eating better, stop creating creatures. I think he should travel, read some philosophy from some different parts of the world, and stop thinking that the goal to life is to conquer death. But in a way, I say carry on, because it's quite fun playing all these things.
You are my chosen one, Renfield. Feed.
I think Renfield has probably all his life been looking for parental figures.
She knows your name, Master.
Although he doesn't have much choice when it comes to Dracula, because he's going to do what Dracula says whether he likes it or not, I think it actually does serve an emotional need for him to serve Dracula and to call him Master. Like, he's very submissive, Renfield. He's really screwed up, The only power in his life that he thinks he has is paying a prostitute. That's where he gets his kicks. That's the only power he feels he has. And you get someone so powerful like Dracula, the Master, coming along. It suits him to just kind of grovel.
It's a pretty unusual episode in that it's just all within that padded cell. I can't remember the dimensions, but it wasn't particularly wide or long. And I did sometimes find myself just rocking gently against it in between takes, waiting for another setup, just for something to do.
Let me help you.
What's nice about this episode is that I could see her, because I wasn't having to wear my yellow contact lenses. So it was even more pleasure to be able to actually react with somebody, rather than just sort of guessing cloudily what they were doing.
The last person you see before the surgery will be someone who loves you.
The fact that it was just the two of us, the fact that I didn't have to be in makeup for 3.5 hours, it was really, really pleasurable to film.
Ethan has been cursed, and whether or not this show has accepted him, whether or not he seems to have accepted himself, he is still kind of a curse. But you could say the same about a lot of the characters on the show. The message of self-acceptance and the message that we all have our monstrous side, or the side of us that we are uncomfortable with. This show in so many ways is about these characters finding a way to accept themselves. Denial and self-acceptance is kind of our journey as people. That's what makes this show universal, I guess.